Many of you got up earlier than you wanted to because of this morning's earthquake shortly before 3 o'clock. Mostly in Snohomish County, the rattling got people out of bed, including Chris. So what'd you feel?
Well, I didn't feel much because I'm a pretty sound sleeper, but I heard things moving in the house. I thought like a box had fallen off the shelf or something had fallen off the shelf, or one of our cats had done something stupid and fallen. I've got one who weighs 30 pounds.
Blame it on the cat.
And then I was like, it's not that big a deal. Then all of a sudden my son, Tommy, came out of his room. He's like, hey, are you guys feeling this? I'm like, why? He thought it was an intruder. So then at that point, I'm up running around, and we got the second one right about then. Yeah. And it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of like, what was that sound? What was that? I mean, it could have played it off as a whole bunch of different things. No real damage at all. I mean, I drove around Snohomish County for about an hour afterwards looking around and didn't see much at all. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting. I felt it was more of a sound issue for me. I heard things as opposed to actually being moved in bed.
And Heather, you live up north too.
Yeah,
so.
I actually felt the bed move in the middle of the night. I'm going, what is going on? But it didn't last long. That's what struck me, because I was here in the building during the Nisqually quake in 2001, and that one seemed to go on and on and on and on. You know, but this one was about 10 seconds, and by the time I thought I got to go get under something, it had stopped.
So officially it was a 4.6. It was followed by a 3.5 a few miles away. So nothing fell off a shelf? Did things fall off shelves? Or?
I did. I had a couple things, little things fall off. But at this point, I don't know if that was the cat going crazy and knocking something off. But either way, I mean, as I told you earlier, and this is a dated reference, I felt like Cato Kalin. Hearing a knock on the back of the house is what it felt like. It felt like something had run up against the back of the house and a little vibration, like I'd had a guest walking behind my house. So I did look for an intruder, but yeah, nothing significant.
One of the guys you talked to said they thought their air conditioning system was having problems.
A lot of people I talked to up there who were getting gas or waiting for the bus are like, I kind of slept through it when. But boy, Facebook and Twitter, my neighbors were all like, "Hey, did you guys feel that? Did you feel that?" Was kind of my first real social media quake, because when Nisqually, I was down in Portland, so a lot of people were like, "Hey, what were you doing?" Then at one point, one of our neighbors was like, "Really? What are you guys all doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning?" That's the bigger question.
Well, I had to go to work, so for us, we have an excuse.
Well, in Nisqually, that was a duck under the table earthquake.
Oh, yeah.
I certainly remember that one, and so it doesn't sound like this came close to that. And this was not a bookshelf tipping earthquake, but also maybe, I mean, I wrote a note to myself saying, anchor the big bookshelf in the bedroom, because that's the one that's going to go over. I didn't feel anything on the east side, although I'm a really sound sleeper.
Yeah, but it's a good reminder.
With that duck's bed, I mean, let's not.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's probably, it's anti-shaking, isn't it?
And my pillow, right? Okay.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get me out of that bed, and a lot more than it'll take to wake up. But yeah, that's I think the way we need to use this as a reminder that it's still earthquake country, and that. Let me ask you, what was it that fell off the shelf?
It was just like one of Tommy's like awards. You know, he had a little plaque or something.
Something that's like top heavy, or
yeah, it was small base, a little vertical, and it was probably close to the end. That fell off downstairs. Yeah, but that was about it.
So nothing came flying out of the cupboard or anything.
No. And I wouldn't have noticed anyway, because I was like, oh, that's a little noise. I'm going back to bed, until Tommy came running in. So,
yeah. All right.
So this wake-up call, we should treat as a wake-up call to earthquake-proof the house.
3 days, 3 ways, right?
There you go.
I've got a bunch of earthquake straps I've never connected to the bookshelves.
Well, there you go. Plus, I know you've got your bunker, plus you bought that Costco, zombie apocalypse kind of thing.
Please. I've got the food. I know where the emergency water supply for the city is. So, yeah, we're all set.